Honestly, it could have been avoided had he pitted with everyone else. He could have retained some positions.
But he's now at the front end of the field. I do believe the stream has just fixed itself.
Now Scythe is dead last. Even behind Spirit, who is about 10 seconds behind Tame.
There's 4 cars
here.
Fighting, jostling, changing positions constantly. Gaggles has really sawn into the lead with the cars around him.
Thermiter up into 4th as they are barging wheels against each other. Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
As Thermiter takes it onto the podium into 3rd. You know, if he can get away from Bartek, could we possibly see a double Ferrari podium finish?
We might be able
for the first time in the season.
We could be able to here. Okay, the stream is back up and... No, the stream is not. It could be. Is it? I hope it is.
Oh, I would
yellow
hope
flags are out. What has happened?
Soon.
Someone has
somewhere.
Yeah. Not sure what happened.
Yellow flags are out around that last corner.
Okay, the stream is back up and running. Stream 2. Because it keeps crashing. We really do need
a
secondary
that's good.
stream. One that's more stable. I think Dottie made a mistake there as Bartek gets passed by Spirit here. So, completely bizarre race circumstances as Bartek does tap the back of Spirit. So, completely bizarre.
The thing is like I probably could stream it on Twitch, but we wouldn't have access to your commentary.
You need to get it to record Discord. Anyway, Bartek, Spirit, and Dottie all still very.
Unfortunately, I can't do that. I can't do that because I'm not on PC. I'm not on PC. I'm on Xbox.
I see your issues. Right.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, Tame hunting down his 2nd win in the championship. Gaggles, Joe F1, and Thermeister all fighting down their 1st. The fight now is between Thermeister and Tame Super Jazz, the man who's on the record books for having some of the most wins this season. He's currently, or having one of the first wins in the league's history, is now on course to try and match the record done by 2 before him. Gaggle was trying to join people like Polius, Kevin, and of course Tame here, who we are watching for the podium, for the win even. He's already had a couple of podiums.
I do believe, considering how chaotic this race has been, it is anyone's game.
It could be. Even Bartek, I'd go as far as to say, it could be his weekend here. He's currently running...
If he's sufficiently lucky, yes.
He could be. Because as we've seen, some people have just dropped off the face of the earth. But anyway, we see a fight here between Tame and Thermeister. Thermeister having to cede the position. So that is very unfortunate for him. He does lose out. What I will be doing during the span of this race, as well as commentating, is editing the race results to remove Luxy from all positions in the championship.
As he has basically just decided to fully
get disqualified,
fully exile himself. Yes. Disqualified due to poor sportsmanship, as I believe would be the proper terminology.
Yeah, and lack of basic human wheel knowledge. Luckily, I don't need to remove him from many races.
Yeah, this would have been a nightmare had it happened later in the season, I think.
Oh, it would have. No, just have to remove him from Qatar. As we do see a side-by-side fight here. Yeah, he DNF'd anyway.
Tame is right up on Thermite. Tame is right up on Thermiter.
Right behind him.
Where this were this a dry race, I would say with the advent of DRS, this would be, I almost would say, Tame's position.
It could
but
be, yeah.
But even in the wet, you know, if Thermiter doesn't drive perfectly, he very much could lose this position.
Anyway, Luxy has been edited out of the championship, so the points gap doesn't change between first and second, which is the vital thing. There's still 27 points as Bartek gets back ahead of Scythe. I think those two are further back, locked in a battle. But I won't be updating any of the previous points places, but just know everything is changed and everything is fixed, and Alfa Romeo, for some reason, move up a place in the championship from last race. The one thing that changed that majorly in the championship is Alfa Romeo takes second. So take of that as you will. Anyway.
In the constructors?
In the constructors, yeah. That's the only change, the only major change. Anyway, speaking of Alfa Romeo, we've got one of their drivers here fighting. Dottie has had a moment there. He's lost his wing. I'm not sure.
Oh!
Yes, he has. He's fully lost his wing. No safety car because it's all off the track. We see Gaggles with a 3-second lead from Joe. And he's retired.
He struggles.
He has struggles in the pit lane.
Oh!
A big fight here, though, between Bartek and Scythe. These two drivers have been rigorously fighting the whole race. It is the closest gap. Bartek goes for a mega lunge. On the inside, does he get the position? No, he doesn't. He almost finds the wall. So, very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate as well for Dottie joining the retirement club. So, the yellow flags.
It's been a chaotic race.
It's been a chaotic.
As we have a yellow flag trailing. That's Spirit.
It's Dottie's.
Dottie's car Dottie's car is continuing around.
There we go. It's found a place to retire. It's right on board with Gaggles in the lead. Joe, I think, has just dropped back a bit towards Thermeister and Tame. So.
However, there is a 1.3 second gap between Thermiter and Tame now, which means Thermiter was successful in pulling back. Yes.
Still a close event so far this season. Still a very, very close thing. But yeah, 11 laps to go now of this race. Not what we wanted to have happened, obviously. It's such a shame it had to happen this way, because it was queued up to be a very, very good race weekend. Right up until the jump start there from Scythe, who is paying the price down there in P6. As well as his 5-second penalty to be added after the race. Speaking of penalties, we do know Spirit still has his penalty that he picked up earlier in the race. I've completely forgotten what's happened because we've had so many on-track battles. But unless
I will check the race director.
You know,
I will check the race director for you.
Unless we get a front wing on track somewhere, I don't think this race.
A 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
There you go. That's why. Yeah, unless we get a.
Which explains why he hasn't served it.
Joe goes wide.
Oh, as he overtakes
through.
Joe.
I think that was strategic. I genuinely think that was strategy coming into play. I think Joe knows he's giving it up here. I think Joe has issues.
Just it's this contact between Joe and Tame.
Joe keeping the inside line. Thermeister getting the position. I don't know why Joe has suddenly lost that position to his teammate and Thermeister. Not Thermeister, Tame.
Gaggles, I believe you are dying. He looked like he struggled going around on that corner and nearly spun.
As I believe Thermeister's coming into the pit lane. Yes, he is.
Interesting.
I don't know why he's.
Joe goes wide. Seems like he's struggling for control.
As Thermeister
Gaggles, you are really badly cutting out.
I'm not Gaggles, mate.
Defox, I mean.
I'll quickly redo my thing and pray the stream doesn't die on me again. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you're 90% of what you're saying.
Try it. Good. We good. We pimping.
Should be. Yeah, no, Joe seems to be having some really, really bad snaps. I don't understand why. I'm wondering if Thermite is trying to go for an undercut and trying to bank on
a later safety car. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the fact that I don't necessarily know. I mean, Joe is on 13 laps worth of.
It could be the tyres only last about 10 laps as we see Spirit properly letting Thermite through. So, I think everyone knows the tyres can't really do this long in the race.
So in that case, then, if they as Joe is coming into the pit as well,
I think we're right. I don't think the tyres can last too long as there's a spin from Bartek, just brushing the wall, losing, spreading something across the track. I don't know what he's doing. He's had a disconnection or something. Because his car's just careered off into the wall, and it's a safety car.
And it is a safety car, which is unfortunate for Joe. Unfortunate for Joe, just coming out of the pit lane now. But as said before, I think
this does help Joe.
Spirit stops on the track.
I think he's trying to let Joe through, but I think it's not going to work. Scythe.
Like a really damn good strategy play from the Ferraris.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened to Bartek there, because it just appeared that his
see in a minute.
Disconnected. Because for me, he just slammed the wall and just continued careering on, bounced off it, and ended up in the Tech Pro, miles down the circuit. So
it's almost sort of like what he did last race in Qatar. He just seemingly careened off into a wall.
Qatar though, but it was a similar sort of thing.
He did retire in Qatar.
I'm not sure. It's been too long. So Gaggles, I think, will get a free pit stop here. Gaggles with a very slow moment there, out of the pit lane. So he
even then, he even with a free pit stop, it is massively, the gap will be between them quite short. As Spirit heads into the pit lane as well.
I think he might be able to serve his penalty. Oh, the game crashed
Bartek's game crashed.
That's a shame.
Unfortunate.
That is a shame. We were suspecting it was a sort of issue. So Scythe as well coming in. So everyone opting for a fresh set of inters compared to the classic set.
It is really a shame because it is the cleanest race I think Bartek has had all season. It's the best race Bartek has had all season as well.
I might allow him back in because he did make it a lot longer into the race than a lot of other people did, so I might allow him just to be last, like 9 laps down or something.
Genuinely, I am rather sad about that for Bartek.
He made it 18 laps on top of everything else happening to him, so I might as well just allow him.
If you weren't aware, for first-time viewers, Bartek is not going to be joining us in Monaco due to a slew of incidents that were due to a race ban.
Anyway, the main reason I think we should change this rule to here to now to just genuinely, if it's like 10 laps to go, anywhere beyond that, the drivers get classified. It should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Thermeister, this could have helped you, though, because you've got your teammate behind you and only 2 cars ahead. If they take each other off, mate, then... Also, Thermeister, it's not his fault his game crashed.
Literally, it's not his fault. You can't blame him for that.
Yeah,
The thing is, as well, as it was objectively the correct strategy decision.
Yeah.
Like, even now, it's still a decent one.
Because I'm pretty sure Joe will defend from Spirit and Scythe behind, even though Spirit has no wet weather pace.
It wasn't a bad strategy call at the time.
Yeah, mate, don't blame yourself. It happens. Stuff happens. Also, Thermeister, you've got the best sort of tyres, because you put them on a lap before everyone else, which means they're going to be in the perfect operation window at the end of the safety car. Yes, they're slightly more scrub, but that means you get the slightly better driving abilities. Anyway, safety car should be in this lap, if I'm not mistaken, because everyone is caught up. There we go, the confirmation. Stop typing in the Discord, chaps. You guys all need to get on together and finish. We've got 5 laps to go. This is probably the final safety car of the race. Remember,
I would hope so.
No Verstappen rule, guys, so don't go fully alongside.
Yeah, straighten out, straighten out, straighten out.
You can pull out of your lane, just don't go side by side.
Yeah. It's just that some of them was, for example, Spirit,
back out of it.
Spirit. Okay.
Moving along.
Thank you.
Gaggles holding them for as long as possible because he knows the slipstream is not the way to go here. He is still holding them. No, he's not. He has gone. I think he has caught them lacking. Thermeister right on the back of Tame here. So could we possibly see a move from this driver for the podium place, for the P2 places? As they're too wide going into turn 1.
Too wide and spinning out!
No! Thermiter in the wall, losing part of
and losing an end plate.
He's chosen to retire. He will be getting points no matter what because of where he finishes. But the only fight now is between the final podium places as Joe spins as well. He resets to the back of the grid.
Unfortunate. Oh, man.
This could go the way of Gaggles, and it could go the way of Tame. Either way, it will be points on the board for pretty much everyone that's made it this far into the race.
It's unfortunate.
If I could just quickly post the sprint results, I'll get all of this stuff worked out.
I'm really sorry, Thermiter.
It's not his fault either, that's the thing.
It's just, I've just never seen someone be so consistently unlucky all of the time. Every race.
Yeah, man, it sucks. Anyway, Gaggles still with the lead of the race. The whole field is miles apart due to all the incidents we've had so far. So it's really unfortunate for those who've made it this far into the race. Of course, they will be given points because they have made it almost fully through the race.
I'm just sad, kinda.
Bartek,
you know, this race
in the best place. He started one place below, so he retired one place below where he started, so not a bad weekend for him. Yeah, man, that's racing for you, though. It's how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
As Spirit seemingly just stops on track.
I think he lagged. Anyway, there is a battle now for the lead. Can Gaggles get his first win here?
I mean, yeah, that's just how the rain works.
Fastest lap will go to Gaggles because, yeah, that is what happens. For the sprint, at least, he'll be given the fastest lap. I'm not sure what it is, however, for the Spirit comes into the pit lane. I think it's just to change that wing, just to solidify the fact he is staying there. As we can see, Gaggles does have the fastest lap. So if he doesn't come away with the race win, he will be coming away with a 109.848. So yeah, as we can see, there's no real changes to the grid to be done here at all. Everyone is so spread out apart from the top two. If these two take each other out, though, we could get quite possibly One
It's
of
been a real wild card of a
it
race,
really,
and I don't know if I mean
really has.
I don't even know if I mean that in a good way. I'm just sad, honestly, considering everyone that we've lost. We're down to 5 cars.
It's fine. We've seen worse in real life anyway.
I mean, we very much nearly didn't finish Australia 2023.
So yeah, those who have retired will be counted in the classification just at the back of the field.
Do you remember who was 9th and 10th?
Yeah, it's fine. I know who's who.
Polius was
Yeah,
there, I think.
So with Lewis, he'll be classified as DNF. Anyway, the final lap is slowly approaching us. We've got Gaggles versus Tame, as there's a spin from Joe. He's too far ahead for anything to happen. Could Tame possibly take the lead of the race? Could he possibly claim his second? Can Gaggles get further ahead in the championship than Polius? This is the key race. He needs this race win for this to happen. He needs the race win to take the lead of the championship. To the outside goes Tame. It's not going to come to fruition just yet. I think Gaggles did go wide. Tame is virtually pushing him down the straightaway. Tame pulling into the cleaner air. He's going to try to the outside line. Level pegging into the turn 3 corner, sorry. They do touch. Gaggles losing the rear. Tame as well. But I don't think anything good will come from it here.
I think that is on in which the bit that Gaggles will win. I think there was just too much of a.
It could be a late spin from Gaggles here, except the gap is now massive. Could Tame possibly try and make a last-ditch attempt to take the win? Could we see Scythe pull out of nowhere if there is a collision between these two? Either way, it will be a first podium for Scythe this season, and it is looking increasingly likely that it is going to be a first win for Gaggles.
It's finally happening for Gaggles.
After
it is finally a win after
a win at all this
especially
season,
after Singapore
takes the win.
Is first, and Tame takes second. Hey, isn't this an inverse of Singapore? Actually,
and the
isn't this an inverse of Singapore?
Important news for everyone on the grid: Gaggles takes the lead of the championship by 1 point at the end of that race. As we see Spirit having an incident at the run end of the field, he'll be coming across the line in 5th. So
it is.
It's a bad weekend for some, bad weekend for others.
It's been an interesting. I will say. I think based on time gap, actually, I think Scythe finishes 4th because of that 5-second penalty we have yet to apply.
Nah, we'll see at the very end here if he does finish 4th, and that is a shame for him. Either way, Gaggles does take the lead in the championship standings. Polius gets toppled. We'll see. Gaggles gets driver of the day for winning and being the most clean driver on the field. We see him celebrating here now. Tame with another podium after Singapore. We do see the gap is a lot more than 5 seconds, so nothing will come of it. That's a lot more than 5 seconds.
It looked like 5 seconds from where I was. Looking.
There was a country mile between those two. But anyway.
Yeah, no. I think for a race finish, that was a good inverse of Singapore, where it was in the wet. It was in the wet. Gaggles and Tame were battling, but it was Gaggles who came out on top this time.
Gaggles taking his maiden victory in the league, becoming one of the few and only drivers to do so. We've only had 4 this season. He joins the ranks. Bartek will finish the race in P7, Thermeister in P6, so they will be getting championship points. So do not count them out. Driver standings are being posted to the Discord, as nothing should come from them. The corrected ones, at least, are coming from the event now. So Gaggles becoming the 4th driver in the season to take a win, joining the likes of Tame, the man he was fighting so valiantly for, and with...
Gaggles is, I believe Gaggles is leading the championship by a single point.
I have checked, it is a singular point. Yes, Lou, you do finish in P3. You do keep your podium. You do not get any form of penalties. Anyway, all importantly, that was it. This was ALR. It was a bit of a messed up weekend. We are fully aware.
I don't think we're going to be doing interviews this weekend.
We are not. Same as last weekend, unfortunately, because it's been a long...
Just too tired.
Anyway, that was that. Thank you for watching, staying with us if you have.